Oh, good morning, Andy.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good, good. Because I believe that you're in Cornwall now. I know you're from Birmingham, but is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I live in Cornwall now.
Oh, what's taking you to Cornwall?
Well, I always wanted to live there, and I had a bit of a passion for surfing in my younger days. Although my knees have given up a bit now, and so I don't do so much. But yeah, I moved down in 2003.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Now I have been talking about Me and the Monkey, and it could mean almost anything. So, can you tell us a bit about the book?
Yeah, sure. Um, uh, Basically, it's the blog written by a guy who is always known as the narrator, and he ends up in Amsterdam and wins this monkey during a game of Othello off a chap.
As you do.
As you do, yes. And from that point onwards, the monkey sort of takes over his life, and the monkey becomes more and more self-aware. The monkey's always been able to talk, but he becomes more and more self-aware and gradually gets involved with magic and starts talking about having had previous lives as a US Ranger in Vietnam. And he creates a black hole in the spare room, and from that point onwards, it just gets very, very chaotic.
I was gonna say, because it sounds like from what the bits I've read, like the monkey's a bit of a nightmare, hard drinking, violent, cigar chomping monkey. Is that right?
Yes, he is. Yes, he's all of the bad parts that humans seem to carry around with them, and that come up at the worst possible moments and get you in really bad trouble.
Wow. Okay. Now, when I speak to authors on book club, it's always a joy to speak to the actual writers of these amazing stories, and I usually say, is this autobiographical? And it could be. I'm not going to assume anything. So, what's the inspiration for this book, Andy?
um, I started writing it when I was because I work in the conference industry and used to do a lot of travelling, and I decided
Right.
that because I'd actually wanted to be a writer and do some writing, I'd do an experiment and actually make a sort of a daily blog where I wrote um, sort of like extracts every day, no matter what it was, even if it was only a couple of lines, and I would post them on Facebook and see if I could
Okay.
get an audience. And I did this for pretty much 12 months, and some of it was written sitting on trains on my mobile phone, or backset at events, or in hotel bedrooms at 2 o'clock in the morning, just so that I could actually get something out there and actually give myself the discipline of writing. And after the 12 months had finished, and I actually sort of the story came to a natural conclusion, I looked at what I'd written and realised that actually this was a book's worth of stuff. So this was in
Wow.
2012, by the way, and I compiled it all together and I self-published it at that point, and then literally forgot about it. And then last year, during the lockdown, I thought, I know, I'll get it out, I'll polish it up, I'll actually get rid of all the bad grammar and the spelling mistakes, and I will re self publish a new version of it. And then I thought, well, let's put it out to a publisher and see what they think. And on my second attempt, Bad Pressing actually took me on, which pleased me no
Oh,
end and
wow.
surprised me rather a lot.
Congratulations, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But I love the story of the discipline as well of doing like a daily blog. So the contents of the blog, did they have a common theme, or was it just whatever grabbed you that day?
To be honest, nothing had a common theme. I would literally see something on the news or see something on the TV or just have a mad random thought, and I would put that into the storyline of the book, and then I would think to myself, oh my god, I've actually created a story arc here. I need to actually do something that fits the story arc. But every time I wrote, it sort of grew on its own. It's one of those things where I didn't actually understand what I was writing at the time and where it was going to go.
Right.
And it was only sort of later on when I looked at it, I thought, oh yeah, there is some continuity here, and I can actually do something properly with
That,
this. Yeah.
that is amazing. I was always fascinated because is this your first book?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Great. So now it's done. Like, how can people get hold of a copy? Where can you find it?
Well, it's available on Amazon as per usual,
Yeah.
and it's also available on some of the other online bookstores like Blackwell's, I think, and a few others. You can get the ebook version or the hardback one, which is, if I do say so myself, a very nice looking book with colour illustrations in it, and done by Dave Howarth.
Okay.
So yeah, please go and look for it on there.
Fantastic. So I was going to ask you something else, but the line's a little bit dicey.
Oh, okay.
It's obviously that wonderful Cornwall like weather and beach surface interfering. But that is brilliant. So we know it's available from Amazon and Blackwell as well. Thank
Yes,
you so much for joining us this morning, Andy. It sounds fascinating.
not a problem. It's been a pleasure.
All right, yeah, you take care. Have a good one.
You
Happy
too.
surfing.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
That's Andy Darby, the writer of Me and the